is a quote from Rutherford. At the end, Zadorov was talking close with Tocchet while Patrick Allvin was talking to his agent. Tocchet would ask him, what's it going to take to keep you here? And Zadorov said he would have to get his contract to $5 million annually. Then he'd be set. So we got him to $5 million. Then we were told there was no deal. So Rick said to him, what's going on? And then he said, well, if we can get up to 6 years, then I'll stay. Same process. So we said, okay. So twice in that process, he said he'd give me that one more thing and I'll stay. And then we gave it to him, and then he goes off to Boston. So I think, so I can understand why Milstein's like, what are we still talking about? That's the joys of negotiation. And also, and if you want to, you can do this on Puckpedia, there are tax implications where he will save more money going to Massachusetts.
I just don't. The quotes don't make Zadorov look great, but the president,
isn't that negotiating though?
Well, it is negotiating, and negotiating, as you know, is always very polite, and everyone's happy by the end, right? Like it doesn't look awesome on Rutherford to be airing that dirty laundry.
Yeah. Also, months ago, the report was that they weren't willing to go to that 6th year, and that they offered him the correct amount of money, and that they couldn't agree to the terms on the years. And because Boston went to the 6th, he went with Boston.
Right.
Like, somebody's not telling the truth, because that they said, like, Zadorov said he wanted to stay in Vancouver, and he wanted the 6th year, and Vancouver I think only came up to 4 years, and I don't know, maybe they came up to that 5th, but he wanted that 6th.
I have a thought. Trade for him. Boston might be selling.
Oh, you mean right now?
Hey, you could trade for him.
That's so fascinating. Get one of Pettersson or Miller, and Zadorov is one of the guys going back.
You don't even have to get. No, don't give Boston Pettersson or Miller. Dude, if you're Canucks, do not help Boston.
Get Zadorov and Lindholm back.
Oh God, I don't think they
make
want
the money work. No, listen. I don't want to be critical of an exec actually like giving us something spicy there. Like,
no, it's good.
That's a great quote, but I just I don't think that. I don't understand how that helps you at all. Like, other than you distract your fans from what's going on. I don't understand it. What's the motivation there? How does that help you down the line? It just makes you look bitter, I think. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it?
It might. Or maybe he's just responding to a question that was asked and being open. Because the one thing CJ said on the podcast, on the CJ show yesterday, he's like, I have to respect that Rutherford felt like, okay, I owe, even though everybody knows that Miller and Pettersson are at each other's throats, I owe fans like a statement after all this crap. And I do respect that. Most markets, they don't feel like they owe you, and they won't talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. By the way, I thought it was interesting them talking about Pettersson to Buffalo. You know, just... It does make a ton of sense.
Yeah. Well, if you're Buffalo, like, I know Pettersson has struggled, but like, yeah, that would really tie the room together.
It'd be nice if Buffalo did anything. Like, I think they just do this Pettersson deal for the sake of switching anything up, because what they have hasn't worked for the last decade. Why not just try something?
Might they consider planting some palm trees?
Yeah. Their GM thinks that'll help.
Yeah.
Dog shit organized.
Well, yeah. Right now, yeah.
No, it's bad.
No, it is bad. It's bad. But it could be a lot better. And if Pettersson does go there, I don't know if that makes them a playoff contender instantly. But if you can get him back, and you could get Tage Thompson, if you get Tage Thompson back to 40 goals and Pettersson back to 100 points, they are instantly competing for a wild card. Instantly.
How close is Cousins Byram to getting the job done? Like, it's been hiding in plain sight. We kept thinking contenders.
Yep.
But no, it doesn't need to be.
Columbus is another name that's come up for both of those players. Pettersson more than Miller. And I think, man, if they do that in season, they might wait till the offseason, but they did that in season, that would be a heck of a reward for that group of guys.
Yes. I guess my question, when it comes to Miller and Pettersson, it's always been articulated that the Canucks need to get a center back.
Mm-hmm. And you're not giving that up if you're Columbus, because that's where you're strongest. What you need is a great winger.
Okay, are you giving up Monahan? No. Oh, okay. Are you giving up your captain, Jenner? Maybe I got well then Fantilli.
Right. Or Cole Sillinger.
Or one of your.
Is there a prospect you can dangle?
Hey.
They got a deeper system. Why not?
I think
but
Vancouver's trying to win now.
Yeah.
Right? They're not in a position to take on prospects.
I wonder though, guys, if that
Hughes.
changes towards the trade deadline where they go, okay, well, because and I'm gonna go to. I want to talk about Rantanen in a second here and how these cap changes affect Colorado and Rantanen and Carolina and all that stuff. But if Rantanen, who is an animal and never has a down spout like ever,
so good,
is gonna get you Nietzsche's and Jack Drury, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what can Pettersson get? You have to remember, he's on an extended cold streak. He makes more money.
They're not even kind of in the same conversation, in my opinion.
That's cool. But I think we got to talk about.
Yeah, no, I know. But like Rantanen, I'm gonna say exactly what you just said, but I'm gonna put them in more blunt terms. Pettersson makes more than $2 million more than Rantanen for
7 more years.
Like nearly a point per game less production. Maybe not nearly a point per game, but like half a point per game, 0.75 points per game less production. He's close to double like Pettersson's production. Pettersson has been a poor playoff performer. Rantanen is one of the greatest in the entire league. There have been no perceived like attitude or work ethic issues other than that time he screamed, "I'll fucking kill you" at Alexander Georgiev, which was crazy and didn't get talked about nearly enough. It's a real thing. Look it up. I think if Jim calls me up and he goes, "Well, they got that," I cut him off right there and I go, "Jim, are you okay? You feeling all right? You got a fever? Like what's you think I'm giving you a comparable to Martin Nietzsche and Jack Drury for Elias Pettersson? What year do you think it is? This isn't a couple years ago where that would have made a lot of sense. A couple years ago, we were talking about Pettersson like he was getting ready to take over the league, and it's gone in the complete opposite direction. It's a fascinating...
They might trade both guys. Like CJ even said it. He's like, they're open to trading both.
You're probably getting your ass kicked in a Pettersson trade because you're not going to get near what Colorado got for Rantanen. And simultaneously, he probably bounces back with the team that you trade him to.
Could you get some magic beans, though, with a couple of first-round picks from the Philadelphia Flyers?
Yeah, I'll give you some magic beans.
Pettersson with Torts, though, I don't know.
I think Torts might kill him with, like, some sort of blunt object.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
By Christmas of next season.